we're back at it again, getting clues.
And now we're back. Oh, we can go to the pharmacy.
Yeah. I'm just taking it all in.
No, you do not suck. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry.
See? I told you.
Everyone's like, we suck now. No.
Stacey said it.
Oh, no.
She said that you guys suck.
What have I done?
Unsubscribe.
What did that thing say? Anna's favorite shop? Anna's favorite shop. She came here every month for the LP section.
The Let's Play section. I know.
Everyone
don't.
I'm going to be honest, I never really keep track of what the difference between LP and EP is for music.
I don't know.
I'm just like, it's an album, I guess.
Without inflation of Geek most time.
Yo, get out the way.
Okay. Okay, it's a cat. I don't want to start shit.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Asshole.
That's enough.
Him being himself is his own punishment. Like,
yeah.
Or I could have started a fight with a child.
It's
you know?
like, yeah. When you see, like, miserable...
Kathy and Hugh were both at the wake. I should talk to them.
It's like when you see, like, miserable, hateful people and you're just like, man, this person just, like, wakes up every day and... Oh, thank you for the gift subs, Prince Kyler.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
Prince
so
Kyler.
much.
Thank you. Oh, so...
Wait, really quick. They've gifted a total of 207 subs to the channel.
That's power. That's strength.
That's amazing.
But we also, like, really appreciate it. We understand that that's valuable and the money that you earn. And we're really appreciative that you're giving it to us. Thank you so much. I have not looked at Twin Mirror Discourse, but I did notice that, you know, it's there. And some people might be upset that he is a white male protagonist in a Don't Nod game. I don't really mind, but I just want to... I was wondering, like, this game seems to have a much higher budget than their other games. And I was wondering if like, it was easier to get more money. But, I mean, that's a big accusation. And I was just like, that's just a thought and a question in my mind. That's all.
Yeah.
Never there when needed. Painkillers. Need to be taken with caution. Sleeping pills. I wonder if he's talking from experience. Because I feel he's like, I never have these when I need them. Oh, I one time did not do a good job with that.
Oh, I was thinking also, like, message to the viewer, like...
Hey, don't, you know...
junk food sold by a drugstore. Counterintuitive.
Reminds me of a girl I met. She could only eat chips when she had stomach aches.
Okay.
Huh. Maybe it's because it's like, if your stomach is unsettled, the blandness and saltiness helps?
It might just be, like, anxiety stomach aches and she doesn't realize it, and then the chips make her feel better.
Hiking is an activity best done alone on a Sunday afternoon.
Like, I see a lot of young women saying, like, oh, I'm always nauseous, I'm always sick, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I think you might have anxiety or IBS. Yeah. You should figure it out. 1 second. I forgot to pause this thing. It's going to distract me.
Oh, yeah.
And it's probably going to cause problems.
Woo-woo!
I'm going to talk to everyone. I'm just looking at all the stuff.
Bug made that for Mother's Day years ago. And Kathy still keeps it with her.
Bug!
Candy bowls. Strategically displayed to make children feel better.
Miner's Day always ends up exactly the same. Relaxing in its constancy.
It seems as if this poster's here to imply that there's a drug issue in this town, which is not unusual for small towns that lost their main source of jobs.
Yes. Yeah.
So they're probably being like, it won't be easy, but it's worth it. Do drugs.
Yeah. It won't be easy to get them, but it's worth it.
Yeah, that's like the posters basically.
They're like,
it won't
getting
be
drugs
easy,
is hard,
but it's worth it. It feels awesome. Like, I don't think that's it, bro.
We may be misinterpreting, but I don't think so.
I think
we've got it right.
Terribly designed. Oh wait, is this? I thought maybe it was like, come to our rehab by Heaven's Gate. You know, like the cult owns the rehab. Because when you're in early recovery, you're very easily influenced to be like, don't you want to be a good person? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, well, because it's like cults and like things like that, they kind of prey on people who are at their low point and who want to feel either some sort of purpose or direction. They feel lost. So
yeah. A lot of people who are victims of cults, I'm using that word on purpose, are not stupid. Like, a lot of people go, oh, they must be stupid. They're not stupid. Actually, they are usually pretty smart, but they're preyed upon when they're like sad or depressed or went through a big loss or lost their job or blah blah blah.
And so I wanted to add too that this reminds me a lot of like when people are in like abusive relationships, and from the outside everyone's like, I don't get it, like, you know, it's so obvious like that their partner is shitty, and it's like, right, but when you are in the relationship, it is very easy to get like sucked in further and further into the cycle to where you don't realize like what is happening to you is not normal and that it's not okay.
South Park had a really good story arc with Cartman's girlfriend about how she got with him and he tried to be a better person and then just stopped, and then he made her a worse person, and everyone was like, you have to break up with him, he like treats you like shit and he sucks, and she like didn't want to admit that to herself, and so they stayed together, and then she became like a worse and worse person because of him, because of how he treated her. And then one day and everyone was like, you're kind of like, she was like this really nice person and then became like a piece of shit, and then one day she was like, I don't like who I am when I'm with you. And then she left him, and I was like, wow, what a great South Park storyline.
He looks like those doctors you see on commercials.
But it was basically like everyone kept trying to make her feel stupid and like a piece of shit for staying with Cartman, and of course like that's gonna make her go like, well, if I leave him, that means you're right and I was stupid.
Yeah, they do have some good points sometimes in between all the storylines about giant testicles.
Yeah, I think people should take it as it is, as a cartoon, and not take it as seriously as people go, well, South Park said this. And I'm like, you can take what you want from South Park and then laugh.
Yeah.
Because it's a cartoon.
Ah, Samuel. Sorry about Richard. He's always a little on edge. I'm surprised to see you up and about after the night you had. Honestly. I was afraid you'd end up like your friend. You were quite inebriated.
Maybe so I've heard.
So I've heard.
Yeah, I got to hear all about it secondhand. Really not my finest hour.
I would say not. After your barroom brawl, I did my best to prevent you from following that other man outside.
Oh!
And I tried to get you to hand over your keys, but you would have none of it.
Sorry about that. The man I had a fight with, Dennis. Have you seen him today?
Seen him? No, can't say I have.
Thanks anyways.
That article you wrote, it's done this town a lot of good.
You don't have to be nice, or how, or no, it hasn't.
Oh, sorry, I blanked out. I was reading the chat.
Okay. I'm gonna say you don't have to be nice.
You really don't need to say things like that.
But it's true. The mine was a band-aid on a torn artery. Sometimes, doing what is unpopular is still the moral choice.
You probably believe that.
I'd offer you something for that hangover, but I find in some cases, time is the best medicine.
Maybe
I'm laying off everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be sober for a minute.
Last night was a wake-up call. I'm gonna try focusing on clean living.
That's a good choice.
Everything is poison. All that matters is the dose.
Ooh, deep
Now,
thoughts.
you have a good one, young man.
I don't know. That's...
Was there anything else you needed, by the way?
It's true. Well, I mean, it's like kind of true though, because like even vitamin C.
Yeah, that'll kill you.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you're helping out with the celebration today.
Naturally. It's the town's biggest homegrown tradition. I've become quite a fan myself.
I never got into it.
No. A celebration of hard work and building something with your own two hands? Well, it's quite romantic. I'm from Florida myself, but it has that universal appeal.
If it works for you. I heard you're helping out
Oops,
with the
I pressed
celebration
the same button
today.
twice.
Naturally. It's the town's biggest homegrown tradition. I've become quite a fan myself.
I never got into it.
No. A celebration of hard work and building something with your own two hands? Well, it's quite romantic. I'm from Florida myself, but it has that universal appeal.
If it works for you.
Quinn Barley, I will be the bot and tell you that we've been here for 28 minutes.
I have to ask, why move here, of all places? You know, here, Basswood. A blink and you miss this town. People move out of Basswood, not in.
The town I used to work in had 100 other pharmacies in it. Oh, you'd make sales. But you don't get to know anyone, ever. Plus, if I'm being honest, I always imagined I'd retire in a small mountain town.
I'll stop bothering you. I need to get going anyways.
Not a bother at all. It's always a pleasure. Do come see me again.
I like that the posters in here tell you the state of the town is that we're on drugs, there's poor access to nutrition, and everyone's depressed. And
So-
there's some sort of weird, the patch, it can help. Let it help. Wow, that's a very dramatic one.
Yeah, so basically, typical America, everyone's depressed and on drugs.
Oh my goodness!
Oh.
Thank you, Ambino101. That for the 1,000 bits. Longtime lurker here had to show some love for the years of entertainment. Thank you so much and much love. Thank you for the bits. We really appreciate it. Thank you. And you shared 25 emotes. Okay, now we can talk to her.
Still here after all these years. She followed Nick to Basswood, but never liked it. Hey, Kathy.
Oh, Sam. What can I do you for?
About the wake.
Yeah.
We should say sorry for
Yeah.
whatever.
So,
Causing
the
a
wake.
scene.
None of us were on our best behavior. Nick would have been happy you showed up, no matter how anything else went. I left early myself to go check on Joan. Did you have to say that fantasy about her father being murdered was real?
That's not what I
just want her to be a little girl, not a little Sam Higgs, sneaking around and getting into trouble. And now all she can talk about is how you're gonna prove that she's right. Sorry. I know it's not your fault, but I just don't... I don't know what to do with her. She's my daughter, and I feel like I'm losing her. I gotta go. If the boss sees me jawing instead of working, I'll get an earful.
Nobody's in here.
She just doesn't want
no
to
one
talk.
in here was much help.
That's, yeah.
I wonder what she was taking. Let's be sneaky. I wonder if she'll let us in. Let me in. I can't. What was the name of the medicine he was taking? Or was it just, like, not a real medicine?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
When we figure it out, everyone don't make weird theories about it. You know, it's probably best that we don't know, because every time that happens, someone writes a Reddit post about how they have...
About how the medication that I'm literally on means that you are, like, a violent murderer.
Yeah, that was rude.
Hashtag life is strange.
There was, like... Yeah, we were
That
like,
was-
oh, let's look at that. And you were like, oh, I'm on that medicine. And then someone left a comment like, what if they're, like, an insane weirdo? I was like, okay.
I was just like, because here's the thing is that, like, these medications, the way that they list things, like, they're listing, like, actual, like, oh, it, like, does this or this, it helps with this and this, and it's like, right, but, like, that doesn't tell you anything about, like, what people are like that take it, you know? It's literally just, like, a list of terms and stuff. So it's really hard to make extrapolations about someone's mental state just based on the drugs that they use. And I really hate that, sorry, I'm like tangent, but I hate that becomes a plot line in, like, you know, like medical TV shows, like crime shows especially, you know?
Well, that video I made about mental illness and video games, I found research that was like, yeah, people who are mentally ill are, like, way more likely to be the victims of violent crimes because the people who want to commit a violent crime are totally sane and make the rational choice of picking someone who's disabled or mentally ill because they know that cops won't believe them or they're like, nobody will do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you write shit like that, like, the mentally ill are much more likely to be taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Let's tear her down, bro.
Joe,
Sam? You old bridge jumper, how you been? What's the calendar say?
2 years, Joe. It's been 2 years.
Too long. Heard you showed up yesterday. Boys give you trouble?
Maybe a little, or, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
They might have given me a bit of a welcome back.
After the mine closed, well, it ain't easy to put food on the table. Don't let that weigh on you. No one else has lost their legs recently.
I noticed you weren't at the bar last night.
Went home after the service. Being crippled takes it out of you. Normally, I'd be rotting away in my recliner, but I like to come out, see the decorations, pay my respects to old iron here. This town's been a mining town before I was born, and it'll be one after I die. It's good to get out and celebrate your roots every now and then.
I don't have the same perspective on Miners' Day that other people have.
No, I suppose you wouldn't.
How have you been?
Mm-hmm.
So, how have you been holding up?
Terribly. But Anna keeps me young. How'd you ever let her get away?
You probably know better than me.
I heard all about it. Still, I always liked you. Straight shooters are a rare breed these days. I like a man that can look me in the eye and say what he means.
See, he's gonna be the only one who likes that.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
I wish. Just about the only guy I could talk hockey with.
Not football?
I want to talk football. I could just grab anybody on the street. Dennis actually enjoys a man's sport. But no, I haven't seen him.
I have places I need to be, but it's good to see you.
Just promise you won't wait 2 years before saying boo again.
I'll do my best.
Basically said, I'm glad he's dead. Now marry my daughter. Working at the cafe most of the day. Really would like to talk if you're still around. So she's over there.
Yeah. Here's a question. Ooh, football's not a man's sport? What?
I don't know.
Old man.
20,000 men that marched through Boone County to reach Blair Mountain in 1921, where they fought for what we have now. Nothing worth having is not worth fighting for. Okay, who did they fight, though? Okay, old man. He's
I'm
tell
gonna
us.
Google and see if it's real.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Hello, young man.
Oh, I don't like
Of course
that.
you can ask. No promise answering.
Why do you bother cleaning the memorial?
Well, everything has to look its best for today. Especially the miner. I really didn't think it was going to happen this year. Good thing Mr. Kirkland decided to help out. And besides, that way people can remember with pride we used to be rednecks.
That matters to you?
It should matter to every West Virginian.
And why do you think it should matter so much?
How many West Virginians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
This doesn't sound like a history lesson.
You answer my question, I'll answer yours. So, how many West Virginians?
I'll bite.
Yeah.
I don't know. How many?
3. 1 to replace the light bulb. 2 to complain about how the old one was better.
Do you want to know what the battle was?
Sure.
It was a labor uprising.
Oh, okay.
So
I was worried that they killed like natives or something.
Yeah, that's
I
what
was like, did they
wa-
kill natives
I
or
was,
no?
I was like, I don't know. No.
Did they kill?
It was some 10,000 armed coal miners confronted 3,000 lawmen and strike breakers who were backed by coal mine operators during the miners' attempt to unionize. The battle ended after approximately 1 million rounds were fired, and the United States Army intervened by presidential order. So
This sounds familiar in some ways. Sounds familiar. So they were fighting to be allowed to unionize?
yes,
Okay.
I think it was like originally a dispute over like unionizing because of crappy working conditions.
Sounds pretty familiar, wanting to fight for your rights. Good thing that everyone remembers that positively. You ever feel that way?
Mm-hmm.
You ever find yourself like that? Mourning the past?
Sometimes. But I ain't like folks around here. I made my peace. The mine's not coming back. Don't mean we let our statues turn to rust. So, you still want to hear the story?
I do. However, Blue Knight, I want to say this before
Oh
it
yeah,
goes
I
away.
was just gonna read that.
The original rednecks were because of the red bandanas they wore while fighting for labor rights. Really cool stuff. Oh, so then therefore I reject anyone using redneck as an insult ever again, because that seems like a nice thing to say.
Yeah, I think like I see people kind of like leaning into it as like a self-identifier too, being like, oh, like I'm a redneck.
I'm a redneck. I work hard.
Yeah.
I hope there's not some sort of secret. You know what? I hear so many things like, did you hear the new secret Nazi thing? I'm like, you know what? I don't care. They can't have it anymore. Like, they're getting none anymore. Oh, the new thing is like a winking dog. Well, guess what? Dogs are cute. They can't have it.
Mm-hmm.
No more. They get none.
I'm all ears.
This fella here is a reminder of when coal miners stood together. You see, back 100 years ago, you'd be safer in the trenches than down in the mines. It didn't sit right with our boys. They demanded better conditions. Of course, the corporations, being what they are, refused and sent strike breakers.
The mine wars. Miners came out in force. Union men. Met the strike breakers over in Logan County.
That's right, 10,000 strong. And it all came to a head at Blair Mountain. The miners tied red bandanas around their necks for solidarity, brotherhood. At least 100 men died in that battle. Blood spilled for what we have now.
Some people are saying that this segment reminds them of Night in the Woods.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
They died for nothing. You respect them. Pretty powerful stuff, I would say.
Yeah.
It definitely makes for one hell of a story.
There's heroes everywhere. Heroes who died for what I have. So, I do my part. Feel I owe it to them.
I get it.
I think you do. Anyway, I'll get back to it. Gonna give her a real spit shine. You take care now.
Can you imagine telling this old man, like, they died for nothing?
That was fucking stupid. What you believe in is dumb. Coal River Mine opened 1854, closed in 1861 after the flood drowned 6 men. West Shadow Mines opened 1866, closed 1892, top producer in Boone County for 5 years. Deep Rock Mine opened in 1890, closed 1926. Strepother Mine opened 1915, closed 1920. Smoky Hole Mine opened 1928, closed 1976. Oh, there's another one. This is good to get context.
Mm-hmm.
Basswood Mine opened in 1975, closed 2015, paid for by the donations of William Jackson, Walter Dotson, Hugh Kirkland, Robert Paulson, Vivica Winnicott, Richard Greenlee, Ethan Morrow, John Books, and Nick Waldron. We should try to remember those names, but we won't.
Well, Nick Waldron was the guy that died, right? Or who was?
I can't remember.
Is that who that was?
Yeah, you look it up and I'll read it.
Yeah, I'm just
I don't
gonna...
imagine Walter had obituaries in mind when he became editor-in-chief.
Local legend honor. Here, we can just... Hold on. People.
Oh yeah, just...
Where is he?
Well, he wouldn't be in here because...
Yeah, he's right here.
Oh, duh.
Nick Waldron. Yeah, Nick Waldron paid for that thing. So, I'm still on the theory that he was onto something, knew something, and was killed for knowing it. Mm-hmm. Because right now, there's no income coming into the city. And it's completely possible they're just not getting income. But if they're getting income from somewhere, it's got to be somewhere weird. You want to go stare at her through the window and be weird?
I still really like the idea that we are a murderer.
That's fine.
And we have like a, you know, some sort of like some person living, second personality in our head, or like, you know.
I think we probably figured out what happened last night, and this game is about trying to figure out what we found out last night. Mm-hmm. And also being like, I should stop drinking so much because I broke a major story and forgot. Like, can you guys hear the game okay? Like, can you hear the ambient noise and stuff?
Yeah.
Because I feel like the sound design in this game is really good and it's really immersive. So I don't want you guys to... Anna's coffee. Empty. Prefers to drink her coffee as hot as possible.
Oh, I drink coffee very fast.
Do you drink it really hot?
Not like super hot, but I just... It's like when I put the milk in, I mean, I literally drink it within like 5 minutes. Because I like it to be as warm as possible.
I don't know if this is the intention, but like a lot of the people I know who like to drink coffee so hot that it burns their tongue, usually their intention is that they don't want to participate in tasting food. You know what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. Like everyone I've known who's like, oh, I like coffee so hot that it burns my tongue, and I'm like,
I know normal people that do that too. So
okay.
I think it's just a thing.
Oh, okay.
Betting there'll be a few more cups before she leaves. Some things never change.
Am I weird that I, like, don't care what the temperature of my coffee is?
I once drank Stacy's coffee. I died.
Wait, did you? Who are you? Do we know you?
Oh, yeah. I like my tea really hot, too. Like, I don't mind coffee if it's not, like, piping hot, but I like tea to be, like, scalding hot.
Oh, like burn your tongue, like, permanently for a few days hot?
No, not quite that hot, but definitely, like, take little sips, and then when I've made tea for other people, they complain that it's too hot.
I was talking about people who wanted to burn their tongue so their tongue is numb. Like, numb.
Sam, I didn't think you'd actually show up.
I didn't think I would either. But hey, sometimes we surprise ourselves.
So, I hear you got in a fight after I left the wake?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I won.
He had it coming. Oh my god. Maybe more of a scuffle.
I kind of want to be honest.
Oh.
Because he's trying to get sober.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's the only way.
Mm-hmm.
Should be like, hey, it was too much to drink.
I was so wasted at that point. It's all just a big, heavy blur.
Yeah. After saying I didn't want to drink, I went home and drank. Long night.
Yay, so we...
Yeah, sounds about right. We all deal with stress in our own ways. I apparently hit Dennis. Yeah, speaking of, you haven't seen him today, have you?
Why? Afraid your powerful blows laid him up?
So, what are you working on?
I'm working on an article on how nature does its best to reclaim the land after a strip mining operation. Why are you looking for Dennis? I can tell something has you spooked. I can always tell.
Go on. Tell her.
Don't be weird,
You
dude.
could honestly use a non-imaginary person to confide in.
She might slow me down, or try to involve the cops.
She might do those things, yes, or she might be someone who you can trust, who can help.
I'd rather initiate a relationship. Not like a roommate. Her boyfriend just died. But I would like him to have forged connections.
Yeah, I agree.
I woke up today and my shirt was covered in blood.
Blood? What happened?
I don't know. Last night, pills and alcohol mixed. It's all a blur. That's why I'm looking for Dennis.
Have you tried the Basswood Jungle? He likes to work weekends.
No, not yet. I'll do that right now.
Sam, is there anything I can do to help? Oh, nah. I'm just gonna do my own thing. Oh, Sam. What have you done?
I like how we opened up for like 1 second and then just bounced.
We gotta go. That was enough.
We're
That's
like,
too
we're
much.
like, listen, this like really crazy thing happened last night. All right, peace.
I know. I would
Hope
like
I didn't
to.
murder someone. Whoop.
I would like to remind people her boyfriend did just die, so it's kind of weird to try and initiate a relationship with her.
Yeah,
So
like a romantic one.
yeah, I feel like that happens a lot in video games where they're like, why didn't we end up with this character? I was like, cause like some crazy shit just happened before the game.
Yeah, so not that I'm saying like I think it would be like okay for them to get together, but I wouldn't be surprised, like
I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen. I just feel weird about doing it.
especially because they are exes, and so like if if somebody's feeling like emotionally vulnerable, like it can sometimes feel comfortable to go back to somebody that you already dated.
I have to
like-
go. I have to stare at you through the window though. But that happened, remember, with Firewatch, where all these YouTubers who got the early access code.
Yes,
Remember,
I
we chose to
remember.
take the later code so that we could have the full game.
Yep.
And we had the preamble of, like, my wife has a deteriorative brain disease. And the other YouTubers never saw that, so they spent the whole time being like, why didn't we end up with Delilah? And we were like, why would we be with Delilah?
Yeah, and we're like, we literally are on a depression walkabout. That's why.
And his wife is still alive. She's just brain dead. Like, like she wasn't brain dead. She had severe early onset dementia.
All right, time to say hi to Anna.
Why didn't we end up with Delilah? Because your wife is still alive. Like, what?
It was oh my gosh. I've recommended that game to people kind of like forgetting about like the initial setup to it, and like they played it and got like through the very beginning and they were like, why is this game so sad? I was like, oh my god, I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. Like
Samuel, my young soul, are you still haunting this pallid town?
It was a weird move by the devs, but I thought it was a very interesting study on context. Have you seen Dennis? Or should I say I have unfinished business?
I have unfinished business. That sounds
There are a few
mysterious.
things I have to clear up, some last boxes to check.
Careful now. They say in the details lies the devil.
You're the devil.
I don't think that's what that's supposed to mean.
Perhaps not, but something to think about nonetheless.
I'll keep that in mind.
You know, I'm glad I ran into you. If I may bend your ear for a moment. I've been thinking lately about age, life, the turn of the clock. No one gets sharper with age. When do you think it's time to hang up the saddle?
I guess when you can't ride anymore? What?
Why can't I have the option when I don't feel like it anymore?
Yeah.
Like, what is it?
A true cowboy rides until the last day they can ride.
I had a feeling you'd say that. I have a lot to think about. Thank you for your ear, but soon I must abscond. Sunday lunch with Mother is sacred. Call on me anytime, young Samuel.
That guy
Anytime.
murders people. He murders people. He's a murderer.
The chat says he's eloquent and well-spoken. Who else do we know that was like that?
Yeah, I don't like this man. He's a serial killer.
I don't think he's the bad guy. He was just an English major through and through.
Nope.
Caleb Busto.
Nope. If you're an English major, you are evil. Sorry.
He used the word abscond in normal conversation. I must abscond.
He smiles too much.
Oh boy. It's
Hey
our
guys,
friends.
what's up? So the environment seems to change when I activate certain things. Let's see. See if Dennis is at the Basswood Jungle. Okay. Dennis is dead. Just FYI.
Yeah,
Just,
for sure.
He's dead.
We're gonna find his body in the toilet.
Locked.
Break in.
I should
Break
check
the
back.
glass. Alright, we're probably gonna have to go.
My. Look what we got here. Showing your face in town again. I thought you were smarter than that.
Well, you were
But
wrong.
I'm glad we ran
I'm
into
done.
you. We have unfinished business after all.
Joel, look.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
want to have this conversation again. We clear?
Could you say,
Say
it again?
Yeah.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
He just likes getting punched.
I like.
Clear enough?
Do it again. Again.
Maybe one more time.
Yeah!
Declan's right down the street.
With a floating ghost phone.
Yeah.
This is a small town. There's not enough room for you in it.
Joke's on you, I love getting punched.
Oh yeah. Do
Usually
it
I pay for
again.
that.
I kind of like how he's like, yeah, could you do that again? Like,
Yeah, he's like, actually, hold
and,
on.
and here's the thing is like, I fully thought that when he said that we were gonna do some sort of move. No, we literally just stood there and got punched in the face again.
No, I literally thought we were gonna get punched. I thought he's just the passivity. He just likes to get punched. I'm not here to kink shame anyone. The best way to make Joel fuck off is to make his moan in his face next time.
It was held for hostility because you can't say
Been a
fuck
while.
off.
This place used to be my home, or at least felt like it. Where is Dennis? He should be in here.
Oh, is that a post-it Pac-Man?
Yes.
Oh, cute.
Oh my god. Is there some sort of thematic message with Pac-Man?
Oh.
Like being chased by the ghosts of your past and also eating fruit?
Or maybe they're just being like gamers. Am I right? Well, because also, like, what else would you include? You know, like if you wanted to. I'm thinking about in terms of like,
Well,
like intellectual property, being able to use it. You know.
right. But in terms of thematic impact, the choice of Pac-Man is pretty interesting because he is being chased by the ghosts of his past. And there must be like something going on with that. Also, I have the window open, so if you get too cold, you can. I just opened it because this computer goes nuclear sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize it was open. What was I gonna say? Maybe that's us. We're Pac-Man, and that's us chomping down on pills and getting drunk. Boop,
Oh
boop,
my
boop,
god. Yeah, because he takes pills and then he finds ghost investigations. I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like something there's to it.
I feel like, you know, like, oh, like blah blah blah, and then
Following the clues,
mm-hmm.
and then like the ghosts are chasing you, but then you eat some fruit and a little pill, and then they turn into scared of you ghosts. Oh my god. The last level's gonna be us playing Pac-Man. Dude,
Dennis.
What did I say?
Dennis.
he's
What happened to
dead.
his body.
I knew he was dead. Like, where did all the blood come from? Didn't come from
happened?
the fight. Don't touch anything.
Oh.
Oh, your foot's in it. Now you're
Wow.
gonna be... Yeah, great.
Dude.
Is that how I got blood on me? Did I?
Nah. We didn't kill him. That's too easy now. Not that it would be stupid if you...